Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And that's good off the glass that time. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Jokic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Porter passes to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Paul George grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Leonard, no luck. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. To the middle. It's stolen by Ibaka. Porter against Beverley. And George kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Over Bull. Again, Leonard missing.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Porter, no luck. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here is Ibaka. Michael Porter making his last shot. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Inside, stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's George, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Murray dishes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Leonard from 3.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 1. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Ibaka. It's tipped, and he gets it back. And George kicks to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. That one drops for him.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Murray with the bounce pass. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. .111 left in the first quarter. Jackson against Murray. Jackson passes to Kennard. Now the feed to Cousins. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray kicks to Gordon. No good from outside. The Clippers in the lead and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this is something Reggie has added to his game. Patient with the up fake. Defender bites.
Jackson hits both of them. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Murray. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Bull.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
So he gets them both. Here's Jackson. The pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Now Kennard. Passes it to Mann. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They're and catching up with Luke Kennard before the game. He discussed,
this game, it's
you know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Paul Millsap. Morris is out there with Will Barton. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the small forward. But they'll get another chance. Mann passes to Cousins. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Cousins. Morris has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. Barton outside. Now here is Morris. Dishes it to McGee. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one fast break. And he finishes nicely on the way up.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Morris looking over the floor. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Here's Dozier. Banked in off the glass.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Pass to Morris. Cousins trying to free himself up. Morris, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Morris against Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Cousins finds Morris. Off the mark from 16 feet out. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Millsap with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's McGee. Morris outside. Just 3 to shoot. From the high post. Rebound by the Clippers.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And the Clippers miss again. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. And it's McGee with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. LA has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. George against Barton. Here's Ibaka. Everly with the ball. Morris is there. Here's Leonard. From deep, George sinks the triple. George has got his second basket of the night.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
McGee dishes to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And Morris drops them both. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. George passes to Beverly. Back to George. He dishes it to Beverly. George with the bounce pass. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, that's good.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Now the pass to Jokic. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Nails the baby hook. Jokic has got the game tied up here for Denver.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George against Porter. Outside, George. Beverly dishes to George. Back to Beverly. From 18 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Jokic. And that one drops for him. Jokic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Reading a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The deep is told they got themselves into it. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Gordon the pass to Bull. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. Still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And George kicks to Leonard. Outside for George. Now the dish to Beverly. High post Ibaka. George with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Ibaka the pass to George. Over Porter. And there's Paul George on the assist from Ibaka. George has got 7 points in the game.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Back to Murray. Feeds it to Bull. Kicks it to Gordon. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Murray surveying the D. Jokic high post. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 8 points for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. George against Porter. And George, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Jackson kicks to Cousins. Passes it to Morris. Stolen by McGee. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And Barton throws it down.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Outside Jackson. Morris outside. He feeds it to Cousins. Shoots over McGee. Rebound by JaVale McGee. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to get hit with his second flagrant foul of the day, and that's the limit. He's out of the game and on his way to the locker room.
And it's a much earlier end to this game for him than he would have wanted. He brought it on himself, though, Kevin. I mean, 2 fouls that were way too forceful.
Hey, G, the official's not cutting him any slack on the second one, but that usually is the way it goes. You know, once you've crossed the line and committed the first flagrant, there's a zero-tolerance policy. We all know that when it comes to the next one. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. It's good. Jackson's got 6.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Morris dishes to Barton. Outside, Green. Green draws the double. Here's Barton. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Jackson with it. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mann. Morris kicks to Jackson. Misses the 3. Barton against Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Jackson has the open look. No good on the last second attempt there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a and let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Up top, Cousins. Guarded by Green. Kennard. Barton with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Dozier can't get it to go. And they're pushing it up. Here's Cousins. Offensive rebound. So the wing on the left. Kennard, the pass to Mann. Jackson looking it over. The feed to Morris. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Barton kicks to Morris. Loads it up for Millsap. Morris finds Green. Here's Dozier. Back to Green, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to George. And here is Zubats. He kicks it to Leonard. Back to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Green. Launches a 3. And another miss by Denver.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Out to the right wing. Leonard inside. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. Barton dishes to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first basket.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Morris against Beverly. Nobody near Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Down low, Leonard with the steal. And there's the pass to Ibaka. Outside, George. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Leonard with the steal. George against Barton. Kicks it out to Leonard. Uncovered. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubats has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Clippers leading by 4. This is to Ibaka. To the inside. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 1:32 left in the game. Beverly finds Leonard. It's George on the wing, guarded by Porter. Clock at 4. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle, here's Bull, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Stolen by Beverly. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Jokic passes to Murray. Yep, that one goes.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. A three from Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very...
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about. That was nice.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Outside, George. So it's the Clippers taking the win. And David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas and the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Marjanovic. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. 5 on the clock, and Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Doncic against George. Clock at 6. Richardson finds Porzingis, and they pick up 2. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you can see it in his eyes. Porzingis looking aggressively for his shot.
Hardaway with the steal. Makes it off the glass.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Passes it to Ibaka. And George kicks to Beverly. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Porzingis with the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Ibaka right side. Richardson against George. Yep, that one goes in there.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Porzingis kicks to Marjanovic. Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. A floater, and the layup is good.
Well, how about Richardson with a nice touch on the floater? This is not an easy shot, folks, and he did it with confidence there.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Marjanovic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Leonard against Doncic. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots over Marjanovic. That one wide left. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's Kennard. Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Doncic against Jackson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
The drive by Jackson. And Patterson kicks to Jackson. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Richardson, good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
He dishes it to Powell. Outside for Redick. Over Jackson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Dallas going into the break with a... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Reggie Jackson. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Now here's Brunson. To the right side. Here's Finney-Smith. Count it.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the Clippers have possession following the score by Dallas. Cousins dishes to Jackson. The pass to Kennard. He feeds it to Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Kennard. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Redick finds Brunson. There's the 3. The shot by Reddick, no good. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Kennard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low, Cauley-Stein kicks to Finney-Smith. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Jackson. It's good. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Brunson.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by Los Angeles. Dishes to Powell. Brunson the pass to Powell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Clippers have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And, you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Passes to Hardaway. Traps in the tray. Hardaway has got 7.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset. When Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
George against Marjanovic. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The Clippers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Richardson outside. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by George. From the arc. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Porzingis passes to Richardson. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. 1 second left. No good on that one. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter didn't play out the way the Clippers had hoped. It didn't appear that their energy level was... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Clippers with the ball. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Here's George. Porzingis with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Porzingis has got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Porzingis against Ibaka. And Porzingis, here we go. And that one's good. Doncic.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you've got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Hardaway with the steal.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here is George. He's got 8.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count it. Good. Richardson's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Richardson against George. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
George against Richardson. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Paul George.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Porzingis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. No good. Shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Richardson finds Doncic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now an 8-point Dallas lead. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Outside, Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Redick way outside. Pass to Brunson. Here's Finney Smith. Hits it from three-point range. Finney Smith's got the lead up to 11 now for the man.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Kennard against Cauley Stein. Batum dishes to Cousins. They need this, and he lays it up and in.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lays it up off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the 3. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas. And stolen by Redick. Fires for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Finney Smith's got 5 points now this quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Brunson. Kicks it to Powell. Just his first attempt. Hits the front of the rim and out. And here's George for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Finney Smith. Here's Powell outside for Redick. Here's the 3. Powell the pass to Redick. And at last they get one to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Right side Leonard. Zubac's in the post. Cauley Stein defending. Shot clock at 3. Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Brunson. Outside for Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And George with the stuff.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition. Times it perfectly and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here's Doncic. And the pass to Porzingis. Well, Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Over George. Doncic finds Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Kicks it out to Richardson. And here's Doncic from the arc. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Hardaway with a wide open look. Dallas again missing. Here's the Clippers. They're on an 11-2 run. Passes it to George. Everly with the ball. And here's Leonard from three. Fires the three. The Mavericks pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. Doncic against George. And here is Doncic. From deep. Misses there.
Well, that long reach of Paul George's.
All right, David, thank you. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Murray in at the point.
Here we go.
Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Doncic outside. Here's Porzingis. Doncic with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Porter. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Richardson left side. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Doncic passes to Porzingis. A second chance effort over Bull. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Here's Jokic. The Mavericks making the shot. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Murray against Richardson. Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Gordon. Back to Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Richardson. That shot off the mark. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The Mavericks trail it. Outside Hardaway. Richardson outside. Outside, Porzingis. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Puts one up from 19. And too long on the shot. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Murray. That's tipped. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks with some changes. Brunson against Morris. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Finney-Smith. The dish to Powell. It's rebounded by Dozier. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Morris with the ball. And it's good, 2 points. So it's the Mavericks now. 4-point game. Now here's Brunson. Here's Redick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And in college, Redick was an all-time leading scorer. Years later, he's still a top producer. Great shooting ability is really something you can bank on.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Good if it goes. You can't get that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 4. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the
mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Richardson outside. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Outside for Murray. The pass to Bull. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Marjanovic finds Richardson. And here is Doncic. He's covered by Murray. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis is double. Dallas moving the ball around. Richardson, no luck. Gordon. That's a great dunk.
Let it creep.
Wow. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Richardson, following the score by Aaron Gordon, who's back up, out to Doncic. Millsap with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break, ahead. Floats it up for Millsap. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Richardson outside. Dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Richardson. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. And that one, good.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now here's Barton. No points in the game yet for him. Millsap passes to Dozier. Back to Millsap for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 8. Kicks it out to Richardson. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And it's blocked. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Morris with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. They get the rebound. Millsap. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Doncic against Millsap. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That three off the mark. Here's Dozier, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein, and it goes down 2 points. Cauley Stein's got his first points in this one.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Morris against Doncic. And here is Morris. Here's McGee. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Well,
thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Here's Murray. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Porter, no luck. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Doncic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Jokic, and the layup's good off the glass. And now a 12-point Nugget lead.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now, here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Bull. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic high post. 4 on the clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. No good with the triple. The Nuggets leading by 9. Oh, Porter in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it falls over the rim and in. Doncic has got 12 points in the game. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Gordon dishes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Doncic with it. He's got 12. And stolen by Bull. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Porzingis has got the ball. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And here is Murray after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Jokic finds Gordon. Back to Jokic, and it's good for two. Jokic has got 12 in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now, here's Doncic. 14 points for him. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Hardaway. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hardaway has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's McGee. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Mavericks trail by 10. They've got JaVale McGee. Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier into the three slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Morris into the lane. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Powell. Brunson up top. Redick up top. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. The 15-footer. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets leading by 10. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Powell. Outside, Redick. Millsap with the steal.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Redick passes to Brunson. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Stolen. And it's the Mavericks on the break. They get a hand on it. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Brunson the pass to CLA Stein. Barton against Redick. Shoots. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Simply a sharpshooter. When Redick gets a good look, it's game over.
Barton against Redick. And that one's good. Barton. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Brunson against Morris. Brunson the pass to CLA Stein. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Morris outside from deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Barton. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. That's 7 points for Will Barton.
They've got an effective passing big man in Millsap. He does a lot for their chemistry.
Brunson finds Redick. From outside the arc, it's good from long range.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's McGee, and he lays it straight in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And stolen by Murray. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Porter kicks to Murray. Back to Porter. Kicks it out to Gordon. From deep.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nuggets.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Redick finds CLA Stein. Puts it up from 12. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas again turning it over. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Murray the pass to Bull. Count the basket. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no effect.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Back in the wardrobe department is here are the 5 for the Clippers. You got Kawhi Leonard, Ivica Zubac, who's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for Denver, they've got Jamal Murray. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Murray. Here's Jokic. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And George kicks to Zubac. Over Gordon. George from deep three-point land. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. That shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. And Jokic slings it in. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Shot from free throw range. Porter, no luck.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And here is Murray. Passes it to Jokic. He kicks it to Gordon. Dishes to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Jokic has got his second basket.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
George finds Zubac to the left side wing. Back to Beverly. Inside. Ball's knocked loose. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Murray surveying the D. He feeds it to Bol. They get it back. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Too much at that.
You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Jokic draws the double. Here's Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in. So Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Porter against George. Leonard with the steal. To the paint.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Now here's Murray. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. He gets it in there.
Shots are just flowing. Him right now having a really strong quarter.
Big group substitution here for Denver. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the pass to Millsap. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. That one goes in. Jokic has got 9.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago, we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Beverly with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Now here's Barton. Down low, Millsap. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A great concentration from Paul Millsap there. He's used to having to score on difficult shots around multiple defenders.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Beverly with the ball. 2 on the clock. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Clippers lead by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Morris is out there with Will Barton. And it's Dozier in at the small forward position.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Jackson, that's good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The putback. Millsap trying to get open. It's good on the putback.
And Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Now here's Jackson. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Well, how about Cousins out in transition, the big guy running the lane and showing the little guys how it can be done.
Barton against Kennard. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And he banks in the layup.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Jackson kicks to Kennard. 2 points. That one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Jokic. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Murray against Leonard. Beverly wide open. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Beverly finds Zubats. Back to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Ibaka, no luck. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 10. They get it again. Bull the pass to Jokic. Inside. And finally, that one's good. Jokic has got 16 points. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Beverly. 6 points for him. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Over Murray. And Bull pulls it down.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Los Angeles leading by 6. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Leonard attacking.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Murray against Beverly. Floats it up for Jokic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And we all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. Their lead at one point was up to 7. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. George with no one around. Hands it from downtown. George has got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. Beverly against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
George against Porter. George dishes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Murray the pass to Bull. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Yes, that goes in. Murray's got 8 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. On the wing, George. Guarded by Porter. George passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 5.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be having 3 of 4 to start it off.
Bull with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And the dunk by Bull.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Beverly finds Zubac. Leonard inside. He's against Gordon. And Leonard gets it to go. He's got 12.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
To the inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Offensive rebound. Cousins. The feed now to Patterson. Passes it to Mann. And here's Kennard. From down in the low post, it goes. Here's Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks to McGee. Morris looking over the floor. Back to McGee. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the pass to Kennard. The three. And it's Denver with the rebound. It's Millsap with the drive. The dish to McGee. Barton wide open. He fires. The second effort. Yep, it counts. And now it's only a 5-point Clipper lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. He dishes it to Patterson. Stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Now, here's Patterson. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 8.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Morris dishes to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Well, you got to watch out when Barton leaves the floor, throwing the hammer down there.
Los Angeles leading by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Over Jackson. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Mann. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Pass to Kennard. Here's Mann. Stolen. And here's the break. The finish. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now, Kennard. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Patterson dishes to Cousins. Passes it to Kennard. Pulls up. Here's Patterson. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Millsap. The pass to Dozier to take the lead. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Mann. Banked in off the glass. Mann's got his first basket.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First free throw is good. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And so he hits both. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Porter against Kennard. And here's Porter. Murray outside. And he hits it. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Murray with his second chance points.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Beverly with the ball. And George kicks to Beverly. Ibaka, the pass to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Ibaka. And oh boy, a lot of contact. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Outside, Porter. Feeds the ball over Ibaka. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George.
And like his father, Manu, Bo's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. George finds Leonard. Now Beverly. Leonard attacking. It falls!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Murray against Beverly. Murray the pass to Jokic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. It's a one-point game.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Beverly against Murray. Over to the left wing. Now, here's Jokic. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. Roam in the paint. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Zubac. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Here's Doncic. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Out to Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's George. And that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly.
That's terrific play on the ball by Serge. He's been first team all defense several times. Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Here's Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Doncic missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Mavericks trail by 6. This one for 3. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
George against Hardaway.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Porzingis can't hit.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
George passes to Ibaka. Here's Zubac. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Outside Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Nobody near George. A 3-pointer off the mark.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
That's a smart move to pull up for a 3 on the break. Defenses usually pack the paint and forget to guard the outside jump shot.
Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 3. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Count that one.
And certainly not lacking in confidence.
When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that were the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look for Dallas. Here's Jackson. Morris, left side. Pass to man. Back to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. The Mavericks pull it in.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that. You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Brunson against Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. Passes to man. Got it off in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And that stifling defense of Cauley-Stein is what got him drafted 6th back in 2015.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Redick with the 3. That shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Finney Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Redick with it, guarded now by Jackson. Outside for Redick. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Morris, left side, from 13. Cousins finds Kennard. Jackson with it. The pass to Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Redick against Kennard. Redick passes to Finney Smith. Here's Brunson. No good on the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Morris with the bucket.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Brunson scanning the floor. The 9-foot shot. Cauley-Stein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach. The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mavericks trail by 6. 1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. Cauley Stein passes to Finney Smith. Here's Brunson. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Zubac. Puts the move on. Back to Ibaka. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Mavericks trail by 6. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Back to Richardson. Right side, Porzingis. Kicks it to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Clippers leading by 8. And here's George. Left side, Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Now, Doncic. And that would have counted, but his shot was, and so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to... And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Ibaka in a power forward. Pass to Porzingis. Latrey. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 5.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
George dishes to Ibaka. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
George passes to Zubac. Good on the shot. He's got 8.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 9. And here's Leonard from three. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Over to the wing. And Beverly kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Over Hardaway. George, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. On the wing, Doncic. From deep. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bucket is good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Redick for 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Powell.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
Passes it to Kennard. 1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson finds Morris. No dice from the high post. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside, Redick. Another 3 for Dallas.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Now the pass to Kennard. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Gets the bucket and the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Kennard kicks to Morris. It's rebounded by Dallas. Ollie Stein finds Redick. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Man passes to Morris. Good on the bucket. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Outside, Redick. Back to Doncic. Puts up a 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Pass to Conley Stein. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Right side, Redick. Back to Doncic. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. The Clippers in the lead.
Get there.
Now here's Jackson. He feeds it to Cousins. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. And he gets the bucket.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Jackson against Doncic. To the inside. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Can't hit from 12. Los Angeles leading by 3. Morris passes to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Back to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Top of the key jumper, no good. Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
High post try. The shot misses.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Jackson against Doncic. Morris passes to Cousins. Pass break Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Here's Hardaway, and he makes good on the layup. Hardaway has got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic against Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league. Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Leonard looking around. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. Doncic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Leonard finds George. Porzingis with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Leonard attacking, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Mavericks lead by 3. George with the ball. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic against Leonard. 6 to shoot. Here's Finney-Smith, stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Good!
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Here's Doncic. Cauley-Stein passes to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Lock at 6. Oh, off target.
He had a foul to give there, but he'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 1. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. From Welcome to 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. Now, here's Doncic. Porter pulls it in.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And, guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Tries again. Hardaway with a wide open look from outside off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. And it's Gordon missing.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Richardson, no luck.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Gordon kicks to Porter. Back to Gordon. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
And it's Bull that time on the assist by Gordon.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. On the clock. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Doncic. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Jokic with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Dozier. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the contest, and the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
Now, here is Morris. There's the feed to McGee. Millsap looking it over. Here's Dozier. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Brunson. There's the pass to Powell. Just 5 to shoot.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Now here is McGee. Morris dishes to Millsap. Powell with the steal.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
And the shot goes in. Finney Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Works that one inside nicely.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Barton finds Morris. Millsap with it. Back to Morris. Stolen by Brunson. Stolen by McGee. Pass to Millsap. The Nuggets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Here's Brunson. And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Morris. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 3. Millsap pass to Dozier. McGee with it. 2 seconds left, and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Brunson against Morris. Cauley Stein passes to Finney Smith. Goes back up. Here's Cauley Stein, and he banks in the layup. Cauley Stein's got his first bucket in this one.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Morris. Off with the layup. Mavericks trail by 7. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Feeds it to Powell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime.
Now, here is Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
And so here's Denver. Following the Porzingis miss from deep. Dozier can't get it to go. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Morris looking over the floor. Richardson against Barton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dozier. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Richardson's running. Shot clock reset for Dallas. And here's Doncic from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident. Knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Here's Dozier. Guarded by Hardaway. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Murray against Richardson. It's stolen by Marjanovic. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Nuggets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Basket counts, and it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now, here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 to shoot. Pass to Doncic. The 17-footer. A second chance effort. And stolen by Bull. And here's Jokic. Murray outside. Back to Jokic, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call.
And so we wrap up the first half. Nuggets lead by 6.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, how'd you... Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Hardaway for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
And there's the pass to Gordon. He kicks the ball. Hardaway with the steal. Doncic looking it over. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kel. That's not a good look at all.
It's tipped and stolen by Murray. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch. Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Richardson outside, kicks to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Richardson. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. Now Richardson. Doncic with it. Pass to Marjanovic. They shoot again. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Hardaway against Gordon. Back to Jokic. Down low. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Passes it to Jokic. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Murray against Richardson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now the Mavericks moving it up. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Doncic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Barton outside. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Pass to Brunson. For the lead, as JaVale McGee with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you can't try to rough up Barton. You can't get too physical with him. He's very good at using his body against yours to draw fouls.
All free throws good from Barton. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 4-point game. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Redick with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Back to Millsap. Count that bucket.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Now Brunson. Jacks up a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Denver on top. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. Here's Finney Smith. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 5. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Nuggets?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Brunson, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Barton, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Powell. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now the pass to Barton. To the paint. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Brunson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Barton kicks to McGee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Dozier passes to Millsap. And that one hits back iron. Mavericks trailed by 5. Pass to Brunson. And that one is good. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Floats it up for Jokic. The alley-oop layup. Very well done. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Richardson for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bulls got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Jokic. And it's Denver scoring again.
That jumper is cotton candy sweet. Jokic has terrific form. Gives every shot a good chance of going in.
Here's Doncic. Marjanovic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Doncic finds Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Murray. Here's Jokic. Good work defensively by Richardson. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
But you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Murray outside. Good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Up top, Doncic. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.